Let's talk about the Taiwan miracle. In the early days of the newly relocated ROC government on Taiwan, the nationalists wanted to establish a stable economy, in part to ease the unrest of native Taiwanese, and to develop a state-owned military-industrial base sufficient to retake the mainland. They succeeded well enough in the first goal. In the 1950s, the nationalists oversaw a land reform, land to the tiller, compensation to the landlord, on Taiwan that would prove much more successful, much more enduring than the violent confiscation, collectivization, and communization of landed property on the Chinese mainland. Taiwan's agricultural sector thrived, and it would help to finance industrialization. The industrial development that would mark the Taiwan miracle was not, however, the state-led, military-oriented producer industries controlled by mainlanders, which had been the original plan, but the small to medium-sized enterprises largely owned by Taiwanese that were first allowed to develop and then to export. By the late 1950s, when Mao Zedong was abandoning the international socialist economy for his harebrained scheme of the Great Leap Forward toward self-sufficiency, Taiwan embraced what we can call its Great Leap outward into the international capitalist economy. The subsequent stunning success of Taiwan's export-led growth and its attraction of foreign investment, where there had been virtually none, this was predicted by nobody. To be sure, this was not a triumph of neoclassical economics. The nationalist state continued to govern the market, as the excellent book by Robert Wade puts it, at home with an industrial policy designed to promote specific export industries. It retained a strong economic bureaucracy that would retain an important role in guidance planning, and state-owned enterprises continued to be protected and subsidized. But the now largely private, Taiwanese-owned, export-oriented economy was allowed to cohabit with and ultimately outgrow the nationalist state economy. When Taiwan's international political situation deteriorated in the 1970s, the ROC made even more concentrated efforts to develop export industries so as to strengthen Taiwan's regional and global position in the absence of the international political support that it had enjoyed earlier. In 1978, it created a scientific and technical advisory group to assist state-owned and private enterprises to break into areas of high tech, like semiconductors. The state-sponsored Industrial Technology Research Institute sponsored research and development and encouraged the return of U.S.-based Chinese to Taiwan to take charge of the computer industry, most famously Morris Chang from Texas Instruments, the founder and now still chairman and CEO of Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. By 1999, Taiwan led the world in the production of computers and peripherals, claiming a 91% market share in the production of scanners, 68% in keyboards, 64% in motherboards. Between 1952 and 1999, according to Taiwan's Government Information Office, the economy grew at an average rate of 9.2%. And from 1981 to 1999, it grew at an average rate of 7.15%. Taiwan came to be known as one of the 4 Asian tigers, along with Singapore, South Korea, and Hong Kong. As a globally engaged, export-oriented, and highly industrialized capitalist economy, Taiwan has seen per capita income grow to now nearly $40,000 US, making it one of the most prosperous places in the world. It has held membership in several major international economic organizations, including the World Trade Organization, the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum, and the International Trade Union Confederation, even as it has been excluded from nearly all international political organizations.